It goes up and around all the way around.
We're planting seeds of hope under starlit night. With hands in the soil, we're chasing the sun, building a legacy, a life just begun. Every brick's a story, every tree's a friend. Michigan Road, the 45th parallel, with dreams in our hearts and stories to tell. Through sweat and through laughter, we're building it right. A home for the ages, we're shining through the night. Through seasons of laughter, through trials we stand, forging a future. It's all in our hands. From the empty fields to a home full of grace, we're carving our path in this new.
Hey guys, we're over at Mom and Dad's house, and I figured that I'd go ahead and make up a little bitty video here to kind of show you why we haven't been going as fast as maybe some of you might think we should be going on our own property. Things have gone a lot slower than we anticipated as well. However, we do have our fallback, which is more than likely what's going to end up happening. We're not probably going to be able to stay on the property over the winter time in the camper because we're not going to have the ability to get everything completed the way that we want, money-wise. So, and plus it took longer than we thought to sell the house. You know how it goes. Everything takes longer than you anticipate. It's just roll with it. So Jason has been over here helping my dad with doing things in the barn. They had that built this year. I put a video out at the beginning of the year about the barn. You can check that out if you want to. But they've been hard at work and they're trying to winterize everything so that we will have a place to stay, which I appreciate so very, very much. But I'm going to show you guys what they've been up to. We're going over to check out what they've been up to today. They always like to show us what they're doing. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you everything that they've been doing.
Why is there a thing buried up there?
That's gonna come out, the toilet's gotta be sitting 12 inches from the outside wall, here.
And that shoots. Got the two smoke detectors tied in, and the bedroom light works now.
So
Getting close on the interior electrical up here.
nice.
Got a
You
few
wanna-
more plugs that run in the kitchen.
So you want to tell everybody why you haven't been working on the property and what you've been doing?
Well, I've been pulling double duty and helping out over here because since it took so long to sell the house and we kind of got backed up, took a while for the well people to come out, we're not going to be able to get set up on the property like we want to before the winter hits. So this winter, we're going to have to shut down the RV. We're moving over here and staying in the loft this winter, which is like 15 minutes from our property. It's not very far. But we'll stay here, and then in the spring we'll open it back up And next year will be probably completely different on the property because we got lots of changes coming to the property. Where we've been set up, we're gonna move it down more towards a permanent site, move solar, all that kind of good stuff. So this will be our winter home base, and we've been working over here whenever I got free time to help Eric get this finished so we have some place to stay and stay warm. So that's what, because you guys probably have no idea why I've been over here working up here. So we haven't showed a ton of footage, but you guys have seen me over here, and I've been saying I've been over here. So we've been trying to get everything ready to go so we can stay warm.
Yeah. So over there is going to be like a little kitchenette
Little
area.
kitchenette over there.
Downstairs
Yep.
is a bathroom.
Yep, that'll be the
And
bathroom
then a little
downstairs.
living room area here.
Yep, and bedroom back
And
there.
then a bedroom area.
Yep. So lots of work still to do, but you can imagine what, you know,
It's going to look
could
good.
look like. So
And we got our lights. They're all wired in and working.
Yep.
Very cool. Good
mini
job.
split up there. Eric already had his mini split. There's one up there and downstairs, so
Yep.
plenty of heat out here.
It's a journey.
It is. It's an adventure.
Yep.
Woohoo. So yeah. All right. Well, back to work.
That's right.
That's-
We can all meet right.
I saw a couple of rain. I wanted in the heart of Michigan, where the wild winds blow, we're laying down our roots in the sun's golden glow. With dreams in our hearts and our hands in the dirt, building up our homestead where our calluses like shirts. Brick by brick we rise, no looking back now. Michigan above the 45th, where dreams ignite. We're building a legacy with all our might. With each step we take, we're chasing the sun. A journey together, our hearts beat as one.
What is this?
The stink pipe on.
This is a vent pipe.
vent pipe.
Oh, this.
Ooh.
We got this all mocked up. It's all sloping properly.
It's got a slope at certain degrees. It doesn't. It's not that it's crooked. It has to do that. So when
Yeah.
the water, any water comes down, it just slowly goes down into the
Yeah.
drain.
Nice.
I was paying the butt to figure out a lot of snipping. Alright, let me swap.
And so that right there, or actually the down there is the sink one, and then over there is the toilet, and then over there is the shower. Here's the marker. Start with your. Don't lean over too far on there. That's just paper holding that up.
In the heart of Michigan, where the wild winds blow, we've got dreams to sow, where the rivers flow. Two hands united, building our own way, creating a legacy, come what may. From the seeds we plant, to the trees that grow, every single moment, we're letting it show. Michigan above the 45th line.
Alright. Let me figure out something with this and the Starlink. Get it up off the ground. Maybe a little better signal and it's not sitting on the ground. Got enough cable, we should be able to mount it up there. See what we can do about securing it. Temporary. Temporary. It's all temporary down here. Next spring, everything's permanent down in that clearing. So we can get something up for the next couple of months.
Building our home, making the stars alive. Together as one, through thick and thin, creating our future, let the adventure begin.
Well, sort of, but it works. There's a set screw on the side. The diameter's smaller, but there's a set screw on the side. Something was already pre-drilled in there with the set screw, but with the set screw, this fits the collar, and then I can still drop my set screw in, so it'll work. I'll be able to bolt it on there like it's supposed to be. Cool, so that works. I'm glad that fits.
Hard work, our story unfolds, brick by brick, as the future molds. Through sweat and laughter, we rise and shine. In this home we've built, together we'll climb. With every sunset, we share our dreams. Join us in this journey, it's not what it seems. Michigan of home, making the stars align. Together as one.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Michigan Life above the 45th parallel. Putting up the green metal today. Let's get some green metal on the walls. Roof's up. Time for the metal on the walls. So let's get to measuring. Let's get to cutting. And we have exactly enough. We measured it out last night. I have exactly enough. Kind of figured out all my cuts. If I do everything proper with no screw ups, we should have enough. So let's see if we can accomplish that today. So let's start making walls look green. We're gonna start with this side wall on this side over here, and that'll be our first one. And yeah, let's get to cutting. Alright, it's been a rain day, so I'm trying to beat some rain here. I don't know how much we're gonna get done, but I'm gonna try and get some of this done today. Alright, let's go grab a new tool. You know those shears I was talking about? Let's see if they work. Scratch, which I do not like. Why is it scratching it? I don't like that. So I wanted to test it on a cutoff piece, just in case. Turned out exactly like that. That's what I wanted to try. I guess the head kicks it over too much. Does it even cut this way? Let's test this. It's the first time using it, so we're just kind of testing this out. And this is cut off, so. Definitely can't do any kind of angles. It just got to be flat. So if I'm ripping it, it might be useful. Definitely a useful tool, but I'm not sure for this exact application. I don't know. To be determined on that. But it definitely won't come over and cut my straight line like I want because that head's offset. So gonna have to use the snips. I think that's only gonna be for my long cuts. Alright, that's cut. This is actually for the back wall. I was gonna start on that side wall, but this piece was literally like an inch short. We planned on using a full sheet to cut these angles out of anyways because they're so long. So this one should fit this back corner. We'll start with one section on the back wall, and then I'm gonna go grab the full sheets. I'll grab 2, bring them down here, and then we will cut both side pieces. So the snips are good for my long cuts. So like when I'm cutting across, I can snip off the chunks so they're not in my way, and it's way easier to cut that way. So useful tool, but I think this is just a little too thick of a metal for those snips. Like it's cutting them, but like it kind of, you got to work it. It doesn't smoothly go because I think it's so thick because I'm like maxing out the snips there. So, but definitely a useful tool. Makes these long cuts a lot easier to manage, and it's not so tight in the snips, and I can stay straighter. So I'm liking it. Useful. Let's go mock this up and see what it looks like. Let's go grab the piece and just set it up there and see what she looks like. Okay, well, that would be piece number 2. That is just short. I'm not trimming that a 16th off. Does it fit on this one? Oh wait. Oh, I had this crooked. Let's rotate this. Please fit now. Smudge, what does that fit like up here? Man, this is hard with one person, not gonna lie. Alright. Sheesh. Alright. I'm gonna have to do a little trimmer roonski here. Let's go take this back to the table. Alright. Take 2 on that. What is this tree like creeping up on the shot here? Hey, there's actually sun. I don't know if there's gonna be mosquitoes today. I don't know if there's gonna be any sun today. Alright, I trimmed this corner. Let's see if we can position it up there. And if I can dry fit it, then we'll take it down, pre-drill some holes, and we'll get it set up. Get some color on the walls. Some of this. That should work. I'm tight on this corner. On the lip. I got a slight reveal. See a little bit of black at the top. The bottom we're just suck it tight, because if I put a starter strip on there, it's gonna be like a J channel, and then all the water and snow is just gonna collect in there, and ice, and then water back up. If I leave it this way, it's gonna flow right off, and then I'm just gonna like silicone in each little rib, maybe spray foam, and then silicone on top of that just to give it a waterproof plug at the end, but fill that hole just so we don't get anything packing up in between the ribs. But I think this way everything just flows off. And then I don't have to go pick that up, install that, saves a little bit of time and money. And it's just the shed, it's not the house. So, let me take this down, pre-drill some holes, and let's slap her in there. Got another of the same. It's the brick red, and then black on the other side, and we need the black side. So got another roll of that. We're gonna use that to trim out our doors, figure out our doors. I need some sort of like drip edge across the top, and then something to finish the edges. Maybe get a piece to wrap over the door jamb and kind of encase that, and then on the bottom a little kick plate. So we needed some more of that. I forgoed the starter strip, so we don't need it for the starter strip, but it is still needed for a few other things. So got that, and then I went down to the clearing and I got our 2 more panels. So these are 15 feet long to start with. I needed 101 inches for the angle. That's the tall peak, and that first panel I had was only 100 inches. So I figured that I would need a full panel for each one, so not gonna short me, but one got those panels. And now let's mark up this one and cut our angle and see if we can't get a side piece up. Might as well use the bed of it as a workstation while it's over here. So let's measure and see. I figured, shoot. All right. So let me go get a sawhorse. We're gonna have to pull this out a little bit. 101's in the middle of the tailgate. So let's get that point past the tailgate, and then start making some cuts. Wonder if I should carry the one piece over there and then cut the other piece here. That's probably my best idea, because I don't want to scratch the piece below me while I'm cutting the top piece. So yeah, all right, before I do that, let's get one sheet out of here. Place it at the workstation down there, so that once this one's cut, we'll cut the other one on there. Really use a helper today on this stuff, but she's at work. Maybe one day the channel will get big enough and she'll be my full-time helper. One day, right? Wonder... Yeah, let's do this. Let's go get that sawhorse. What am I doing? Let's get that sawhorse. I don't have a sawhorse to set this on. Does this reach? Holy macaroni sauce. Alright, there we go. I'll sit on that. Hey, good rock. See if that'll help. Not crease. I'll call that an unsuccessful success. Alright. Alright. I just hate making more than one trip to grab panels. I don't want to grab one at a time. But dealing with two is a pain. Alright. Let's get this back in there. The chicken wire trash can thing that I have not done yet, which is fine because Got more important stuff to get done. Alright, so let's pull this out now. So we get our 101. Probably good. Throw that back on there so it holds it. Yeah, kind of hold my end down now. My high point at 101. You go in a little bit. Just not as much hanging out. There's my long point, and then let's go remeasure my short. One shot on this. Alright, let's start cutting. She's marked out. Alright, I got this side cut. I haven't fit it yet. Well, let's see if it fits. Fingers crossed. I don't want to trim this stuff again. It's a pain to make those cuts. First though, I got my solar. My wires coming from my solar panel to our secondary system. Those are coming in the wall. So I am going to have to measure for that, one, and drill some holes. And two, I got to disconnect it so we can put the panel up. And then feed the wires back in. And then I think it's time to buy those entry glands, and now I can mount it on the panel and have the proper entry glands instead of just a hole with a wire in it. Because that's not very watertight, so. But just for today, let's get it unhooked and then mark it, drill it, and then first let's dry fit it, and then we'll drill our holes, make sure. Because you don't want to drill holes now, and then you dry fit it and it's wrong, and then you got to adjust it, and now your holes are off. So let's get it disconnected real quick. First thing, I'm going to disconnect power from the panel to that first, so that when I'm unhooking it in there, I still don't have power running through the wire. Let's disconnect our power source, which would be the panel. So we'll disconnect this run out here. All right, disconnected. Battery's 100%, and there is no, I don't have a panel with arrows going to my battery, and it's 0 volts, so it's not feeding power to the battery right now. So we're good to go. Now I can disconnect these two lines, and I can get them out of the wall. All right, it is trying to rain on me. So we'll see a thunderstorms here in the evening. I heard rumbling in the distance. I got the piece cut. I had to kind of pack up real quick so everything was at least buttoned up. It's not really raining yet, but I can hear it. It's raining above our canopy. I like our thick canopy because like it's raining right now, but it's barely getting drops in here. But here pretty quick, the canopy's gonna get heavy and start dropping all the rain in. So I don't know if I'm gonna get that hung today. I got the backside up, I got this one cut. We got more coil stock done, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, it's Monday night for me, so go Lions. Fingers crossed we can pull off a miracle and beat the Ravens. I don't know, we'll see. They got some injuries. Anyways, not talking about football. I just seen the Lions hat. I'm excited for Monday Night Football. But yeah, so got some stuff done. I got that coil stock. So now we have the black metal we need to do the trim. And between the rain this morning and the thunderstorms rolling in now, I tried to get as much done as I could today. I'm gonna run up, grab the trash cans because it was trash night, check the mail, check the delivery box, and probably figure out what's for dinner. So, but yeah, we got some green up. I think it looks good, guys. I mean, I know it's one panel, but I think the green and the black look super sharp. Oh yeah, imagine the whole thing looks like this. It'll look good. I like it. It's coming along nicely. A little bit at a time. I'm a baby steps kind of guy when it comes to the big things. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, peck away at it. Obviously put in some big days when you can, but my schedule around here is kind of crazy, believe it or not. But tomorrow, a little more progress. I like the final color. The black and the green look sharp, guys. Turned out good so far. So, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Drop a like on the video. We appreciate that as well. Helps the YouTube algorithm. If you have not dropped a comment on any videos, drop a comment and say hi. Clarissa loves to reply back. We'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. And shout out to all our members. You guys are awesome. We might have a little special video for you. Might have something. We've been brewing up an idea for the members only videos, which we've been slacking on, but we're going to try and maybe drop some stuff for you. Give you some behind the scenes unedited stuff just on the channel. So if you haven't become a member yet, we've got a couple different options that help support the channel for future projects on here. And hit a share. Sharing is caring, guys. So I appreciate everyone hanging out and tagging along today. The metal turned out pretty sharp, if I don't say so myself. Drop a comment. Let us know what you guys think about the new green and black combination. So we'll hit you on the next one, guys. Appreciate you watching. Bye, guys.